Hi guys, it's Jeff here from the Authentic channel. Do you know somebody who will not take criticism under any circumstances, but is very, very good at dishing it out? Is there someone in your life who, at all costs, refuses to take responsibility for the effects of their dysfunctional behavior on other people? Um, if that's the case, you may well have been exposed to someone who is a narcissist or someone who has narcissistic traits. And today I wanted to make a video to explain why it is that narcissists have such a need to find a scapegoat to blame for everything that goes wrong in their life. So why is it that narcissists do this? To understand why narcissists scapegoat everybody around them, you have to understand what it is that causes narcissism in the first place. The psychological research into the causes of narcissism suggests that it's often bound up with severe emotional abuse as a young child. So parents of narcissists and other adults in their immediate emotional environment, they might neglect the narcissist's emotional needs to a crazy extent. They might spoil the narcissist and give them absolutely everything so that the narcissist becomes incredibly entitled. Another example would be they might control absolutely everything about the the environment in which the narcissist is living. So what this means is that the young narcissist grows up into someone who is completely unable to take negative feedback because it reminds him of that initial trauma. Someone who has narcissistic traits might feel very uncomfortable when confronted with any form of negative feedback or criticism, and someone with full-blown narcissistic personality disorder, so NPD, will just respond with denial, projection, and rage because this trauma is confronting it is associated with incredible amounts of pain for the narcissist. The problem for the narcissist is that all humans, the narcissist included, have imperfections. We all make mistakes occasionally, we all offend people, and so the narcissist, in order to not confront his original trauma, he comes up with a couple of strategies for avoiding the pain. The first strategy is he develops what psychologists call a false self. Um, the narcissist might present themselves as superhuman or perfect. So a couple of examples of this: if a narcissist is very physically attractive, they might present themselves as such, as very sexy, as a model, as someone who's physically perfect, who takes an excessive amount of pride in their appearance. Um, there are narcissistic mothers who martyr themselves. They portray themselves outwardly as the best mothers in the world. Um, Narcissistic businessmen might, for example, portray themselves as the richest, the most generous people alive. So there's this full self that the narcissist puts on in order to not confront the original trauma of their childhood. Secondly, the narcissist will avoid self-reflection at all costs. They'll spend no time alone at all, thinking about their behavior, the way it's impacting other people. They won't do what normal people do, which is spend decent amounts of time on their own feeling their emotions because they do not want to confront the original trauma of their childhood. The problem with the narcissist, however, is that negative emotions still come up. You can't get rid of them completely, much as the narcissist, and indeed much as we'd all like to sometimes. Um, in fact, for the narcissist, negative emotions come out quite a lot because the narcissist has such incredibly high standards, such incredibly unrealistically perfect standards for everybody and everything around them, that inevitably no one lives up to those narcissistic standards. So the narcissist is sort of forced to come into contact with these feelings. Now, feeling those feelings would remind the narcissist of the initial trauma, as I've said, and would reveal the narcissist to be just a regular human with issues, just like everybody else. So the narcissist has a secret weapon, which is taking those negative characteristics, so taking their own selfishness, their own neediness, their own stubbornness, their own negativity. They take those characteristics and they project them onto the world and people around them. The people who narcissists choose to project onto, so the people who often become scapegoats, um, there are several common traits of a scapegoat. The first is that they're typically sensitive, giving, caring, emotional individuals who have a big heart, perhaps wear it on their sleeve, and are the sort of people who enjoy giving up time and listening empathetically to other people. Um, the the second characteristic is that these individuals are often in the narcissist's immediate environment. So a narcissist will frequently project and scapegoat their own children, for example. They will frequently scapegoat um, their spouse, close friends. Um, and the third characteristic of people who are scapegoated by narcissists are people who are the narcissist dependents. So again, children are the obvious example, but you could have another example of a narcissist who is in business, who is constantly scapegoating employees or interns or people who really need the narcissist in order to survive. So what does scapegoating look like? It looks like this. The narcissist will say, you're selfish. Um, and the narcissist can have the slightest justification for doing this. It might be that, for example, you didn't come to talk to the narcissist when the narcissist wanted you to, and therefore the narcissist will deem you selfish. If you don't do what the narcissist wants immediately, you might be called immature. The narcissist will try to shame you, when in fact it's the narcissist himself who's immature. He is incapable of confronting that original trauma because to do so would cause his entire full self to collapse. You might be deemed stubborn by the narcissist because you won't change your mind instantly to make your opinion conform to the narcissist, abandoning a well substantiated view just to please the narcissist. So before you know it, you as this giving, caring, sensitive individual, you've become the narcissist's emotional punching bag and a dumping ground for all the negative feelings that the narcissist is unwilling to confront himself. This is a very difficult position to be in. And if you are in this position, if you are being scapegoated by a narcissist, my heart goes out to you. I want you to know that you're not alone, and that there are people who care about you. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. Please feel free to send me an email if you've got any further questions. Subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends.